All right, next we have Lauren Jenai. She's the co-founder of CrossFit and also the founder of this new app called Manifest. Hello.
Hi, how are you
Hey,
guys?
Lauren. We're great. See, there are so many health and wellness apps out there. Tell us briefly, what does your app do that other apps do not?
Well, I would like to start with Manifest. The program is not just the app. Manifest is actually a service. The app it is a tool that our participants use to communicate with facilitators. And so you really, with the app, have access to a coach, a nutritionist, emotional support person, basically 24/7, within reasonable hours. When you download the app, you get assigned to a facilitator, and that person gets to know you, your specific goals, your health concerns, and within the app, and you said briefly, so I'll stop in a second, but within the app, you record what you're eating and what you're doing, and information is provided within the app as well, videos, instructional videos, content for learning about everything you need to know to own your own health and fitness.
Interesting. And is that sort of, because the facilitator, is that somewhat of an accountability partner?
Exactly. I mean,
Okay.
when I started developing Manifest, there's several aspects that I know have to be involved if you want to be successful. If you want to change somebody's health and fitness, there's certain things. Accountability is one of those. It's so important to have somebody to be accountable to, and who's there to not just guide you like a cheerleader, but to help you understand what you're doing, how you're eating, and how it affects your health.
Yeah, see, Lauren, every January I have, oh my God, a line of health and fitness trainers and experts coming on different shows that I do talking about, oh, how do I keep my New Year's resolutions and actually go do the thing that I said I would do? Because a lot of people, they quit. They quit, I believe, like 3 weeks into the new year, and they're like, never mind, I signed up, I'm not going to go. Like right now, because a lot of people are still under quarantine, they're at home. What is the best way to make sure, okay, I'm going to lift weight, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that just by myself? How do you motivate yourself?
Well, that's exactly what Manifest is about. Manifest is not just about a deep understanding of exercise science and nutrition science, but also behavior science. And everything about Manifest is geared towards actually getting people to permanently change their behavior. And so, yeah, a lot of people do join gyms. They do, most people quit after New Year's. And, there's a reason for that. There's a reason. A lot of times, you go to the gym, you want to be healthy, you want to start. But if you don't see results or, quick enough, which is one of the big problems in health and fitness and why a lot of people do quit, is it's not instant gratification. And so we got to really look at and teach people that it's really about the small things and the consistent things that are done on a day-to-day basis, and not like, okay, I joined the gym, some big major thing's going to happen. It's not like that. It's got to be, what am I doing today? What little thing am I doing today that's getting me closer to the goal? And the other part of that is that, really understanding that you have to reward yourself and just, really appreciate the small things that you do that are successes. It's the little tiny successes over and over and over again that get you ultimately to where you want to be.
The small wins.
Exactly.
All right. So it's interesting you point to the behavioral aspect of getting in shape. Personally, my dark secret is I had a past as a research psychologist, so I'm very much into human behavior. And one of the things you see from fitness standpoint is some of the same things you see when it comes to money. People want that instant gratification. What have you found in your background from CrossFit, but also with Manifest now, is the number one thing that can override that desire for instant gratification and continue to progress? You mentioned the small wins. Is there any big factor to sort of, can help override that need for that quick fix?
Yes. and this goes back to also the facilitator's role, because you need somebody there to remind you about those small things, to encourage you, that accountability. But also, one of the things that's unique about Manifest is that we don't measure success in terms of weight loss or performance. We measure success in terms of, one, how you're feeling. Like, there's parameters that let us know if you're on the right track or not. And so what we do is we measure success in part by lab test results. And that seems to be highly motivating for people. They don't get the quick fix, but they know, because we do it monthly, that if they, work with their facilitator, they do the workouts, they, take direction based on what their facilitator's, suggesting for them, that they will see a change in their health. Mm-hmm. And that is it's not instant gratification, but it's something that you can, really look forward to and get your head around and be excited about on a monthly basis.
So you can see that progress.
Yeah.
Lauren, before we let you go, I do want to ask you, because you're a co-founder of CrossFit, so you have worked with Greg Glassman, right? I assume. So we have talked about him on the show, I would say, starting last month, because, his name has been circulating around, and he had, I'm not shy about saying it, he had made some very indecent comments about what's going on in the world right now. As a fitness, executive and founder, what would you say to that kind of behavior, and how do we collectively make sure that doesn't happen again?
It's obviously that was difficult for me to see happen. I'm no longer involved with CrossFit. But it'll always be my baby. Yeah. And Greg's comments were inappropriate completely. But I believe that there has been a problem in the culture of CrossFit for a long time, where that kind of attitude is allowed. It's kind of like the emperor's new clothes. If you're a person like Greg, who's always being told, you're great, nobody's questioning you, you can do whatever you want, you kind of get this problem. And I think from my perspective is, I think the way to avoid that is for people to talk and be open and be courageous enough to say, hey, it's not okay to talk like this. I'm a woman and you're offending me, or, this was not an okay thing to say. I think the people, I think Greg's gotten away with a lot of this behavior in the past. And that's why he feels completely comfortable, coming out with those statements.
No, I am completely sure Greg Glassman was not the only person who got away with comments like that. We in general used to tolerate that kind of behavior because those were, ubiquitous.
Right. And that's honestly, part of the reason I left the company was because of some of this. I didn't like some of the things that were going on, and I spoke up. I am not afraid. And I really was, it was very disheartening to see that more people did not step up and do the right thing. They just, okay, we're collecting our paycheck. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Okay. And then right now at Manifest, do you have a partner? Or you did it all by yourself?
I'm doing it all by myself.
Oh, wow. You did it all by yourself. Wow. That is impressive.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah. Good for you. All right. Well, thank you, Lauren, for joining us today. We wish you the best of luck. Yeah.
Thank you, Lauren.
Yep. Bye.
Oh, wow. I don't know. I assume she had 2 or 3 partners helping her, but it's difficult to build.
Well, a lot of times we have an app. It's really like she said, CrossFit will always be her baby.
Yeah, because you also built that thing.
You build that out, and as an entrepreneur, it usually starts with an idea. You go out there and you test it, you execute it, and you bring it to life, and then you bring on people to help you support that vision. So now she has a new vision. She has a proven track record of bringing something to market on a grand scale. So it's interesting. I would have loved to hear if she has venture capital.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
What her advisory board looks like,
yeah,
what
yeah.
her, because I'm sure she has access to good talent as well.
Yeah.
So I would love to hear that.
Yeah.
If we get a
Next
chance
time.
to speak some other time.
Next time, because I would imagine, like, you know, when you build something new, you can take all those resources with you, because people know, okay, you built this thing successfully,
Well, of
so
course.
we can work with you again. But that I do want to clarify for our viewers, like we repeatedly say on this show, other shows, is just because you have no experience, it doesn't mean you should not go out there, right?
Right.
Because you know, if you're 21, 22,
Right.
chances are you probably don't have a lot of resources. You don't have like a what you called a track record,
Yeah.
right? You don't have anything to back up, but back it up. But that doesn't mean you should stop doing it. That doesn't mean you should stop building something that you think that's going to work. And
course.
chances are everything's going to fail, but that's part of the experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what builds the experience.
Yeah.
It's track record.
Yeah. And then so I do want to hear more about your fitness routine.
My fitness
Yeah.
routine.
So other than those, like you said, so you go in the morning before you go to work,
Yeah.
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 and then do you do another set at night or something?
I try to sometimes, but if I don't hate myself as much because I
Okay.
do it in the morning.
Well, you shouldn't hate yourself.
You just never know. I'm saying this, you know, colloquially, of course.
Yeah.
But I try to do that. Either sometimes I may run a few miles. I don't like that as much. It tends to hurt the joints.
Yeah.
But just do hit high intensity interval training. I try to do that because you can do it in a short amount of
Yeah.
time. You can burn the same calories and things of that nature. And again, a lot of body weight push-ups. This thing where you push against like shoulder exercise, stuff like that. So just natural body weight. I try to. I think I have been doing it daily. So I think I've been very very consistent. So,
So you're doing a very good job motivating yourself.
I would.
I mean, you know the psychology behind it. You just said.
Right. Well, I'm much better at being motivated with work. Whether it's fitness, I don't know. But hey, it's a different story.
Yeah.